Hey guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of The Simpsons Hit and Run for the PlayStation 2. So, last time, I got a bit confused as to where the final collector card was, and it's all because I got mixed up with a collector card from level 6. Like I said, you've got to try and remember which is where between each level, because there's only 3 locations and 7 levels. So, it was right here. Right by the sunset, outside of Camp Krusty, on top of a rock. Now the annoying thing about this one is that you can't really quite get the camera in the right place unless you zoom in. It's a bit better, but it's also a one and done sort of thing where if you fall down, you gotta go all the way back round to the other side of the bridge because you can't get off it on this side, and then try it again. But that's it. That's the final collector card, which means that we are done with everything but the missions. So that's the last thing we need to do. But just before we do that, let's go and view our cards. So we begin with the angel skeleton from Lisa the Skeptic. This fossilized angel skeleton was actually part of a publicity stunt for the Heavenly Hills Mall. I just think it's a fantasy. If you believe in angels, then why not unicorns or sea monsters or leprechauns? Oh, that's a bunch of baloney, Lisa. Everyone knows leprechauns are extinct. That doesn't explain why leprechauns have appeared in other episodes of The Simpsons, but anyway. I mean, everyone's heard of angels, but who's ever heard of a Neanderthal? Bart's Soul. From Bart Sells His Soul. Sold to Millhouse for $5. I don't actually remember what the rest of the episode was all about, though. I can't take this anymore. I want my soul back, and I want it now. Run, boy, run! Run for your life, boy! Yes. Lisa Lionheart from Lisa vs. Malibu Stacy. Lisa's answer to the sexist, vicious, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, talking Malibu Stacy doll. Alternative names for the doll suggested by Bart: Blabbermouth, the Jerky Doll for Jerks, Wedding Wingbag, Wendy Windbag, and Ugly Doris. A hush falls over the General Assembly as Stacy approaches the podium to deliver what will no doubt be a stirring and memorable address. I wish they taught shopping in school. Don't ask me, I'm just a girl. And blah de blah. Lisa's Valentine. I Love Lisa. Originally intended for someone else. Did the episode actually say who that was for? Let's check. But Lisa gave this Valentine to Ralph out of sheer pity, a kindness she came to regret. I should choose you? I'm so glad you choose to come. I think you should give that a rest, Ralph. Look at this, Lisa. You can see the exact moment in which his heart broke. There it is. Lisa's machine from the PTA disbands, which you can now see in the observatory. Lisa becomes obsessive as a result of a teacher's strike and finds ways to learn on her own, which makes me wonder why she even used to go to school, especially Springfield Elementary. Lisa, if you don't like your job, you don't strike. You just go in every day and do it really half-assed. That's the American way. If you say so, Homer. Evil Braces from the most popular episode of The Simpsons. Not my favourite though. Last Exit to Springfield. Because The Simpsons do not have a dental plan, Lisa must settle for a cheaper set of braces that predate stainless steel, so she can't get them wet. How does that work when your mouth is full of saliva? Worst braces ever! I'm afraid little Lisa is going to need braces. Oh no, I'll be socially unpopular. More so. These braces are creepy though. She goes crazy when she's first given them. The mirror. Give me the mirror. It's supposed to be like, I think, a reference to Batman '89, but it's still very creepy. Creepier. It's a lot creepier when Lisa does it compared to Jack Nicholson. Soy Pop. Lisa's wedding. Lisa's futuristic favourite snack in her college years, as told by a fortune teller. So Hugh, have you heard the latest American jokes? Here's a good one. Pull my finger. And that's our collector cards for Series 7. And this is also the vehicle that I unlocked for completing all 3 races. Took forever on that last one. I did have to change vehicles, as you saw in the last video. But this is the book burning mobile from They Save Lisa's Brains. This is actually owned by Reverend Lovejoy, of all people. And he actually does drive this in the Simpsons Road Rage. However, the back of it is not full of books and there is no fire. And there's also no roof, because this is literally how everyone gets into it. They just jump into the back. Just like every other car. Now, even though there is a hole in this roof, we are quite clearly standing on nothing. We can defy physics at will, but hey, I've already clipped through the ground one time, so no reason why we can't ignore other laws of physics. This is also another one of those vehicles that does leave a trail of stuff behind it. This time burning pages. They're pretty much ashy pages, let's just say that. Now I think we're supposed to assume it's coming out the roof and the sides. There is small holes on the right side as well. But a lot of these are quite clearly just going through the back doors. And I don't get, what is the purpose of this book? Because it just comes out of nowhere to showcase that no one was reading Lisa's article. Reverend Lovejoy just turned up driving this, and I don't think we've ever seen it since. I don't know why Reverend Lovejoy had it, because we know he has his own car. So, why does Reverend Lovejoy have this? I just don't get it. But anyway, we need to make our way to Burns' Casino for yet another mission where we're not in control of our own car. And this is the first mission in which you actually need to have a particular costume. So we need our cool outfit, which thankfully we have. And we need to help out Chief Wiggum. And there's one reason why I absolutely love this mission and hate it at the same time. What is it? Find out soon.
Excuse me, Chief Wiggum? Can you help? I've got to find my brother.
Sorry, little girl. I'm busy collecting evidence on Jailbird. We're busting him on the 3 strikes law.
How many strikes do you have so far?
No strikes. But that's only because I'm a very, very bad cop. Now, first of all, if we're gonna go undercover, you will need a disguise.
You mean like an eye patch?
Hey, good one. If we could afford a disguise like that, I wouldn't be getting paid in potato chip coupons.
So what disguise do you have?
Well, here's one of Ralph's old Halloween costumes.
Fine, wait here and I'll get changed.
Why is it one of Ralph's old Halloween costumes? I mean, this was just something that Lisa changed into in a particular episode. And somewhere of 4'2". Very odd. And finally, he admits that he's a bad cop. I mean, the only few times where I recall Chief Wiggum actually doing something are the Simpsons spin-off showcase with Chief Wiggum PI, because it was actually Ralph that got kidnapped. Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 2, and the episode where Bart faked his kidnapping when he went to a rap concert just because everyone was laughing at him, not believing he would actually do anything. We can't talk to Smithers, surprisingly. We can't even kick him. There we go. Don't worry, Chief Wiggum didn't see it. I think. But anyway, we actually need to get into the police car. So this is what you do when you get the costume. If you don't have the costume, you have to go to somewhere where you can change. In this case, it's either the observatory or the comic book store. The Android's Dungeon, Baseball, whatever it's called. Once there, change into or buy your cool outfit. You may have to get coins if you don't have enough. And then you have to go back, go up to the circle, and then get into the car.
Now that was efficient.
And that initiates the mission. Slithery sleuthing. Follow the horribly portrayed snake there. What is with that face? I have never seen Snake look like that in an episode. What is with that face? He looks like he's turning into Pinocchio. I hate that image so much. I have no idea what's going on with it there. Is he having a stroke or something? Follow Snake and find 3 strikes of evidence against him. Don't miss any items.
Hello, Springfield.
Activate our sirens. No, I'm not going to keep doing that because that requires you to hold down the L3 button, which is very hard to do whilst driving. So this is another follow mission. This time Snake will leave stuff behind, so we need to make sure we pick those up the instant they fall down. Otherwise, you're going to have to waste time, and then most likely he's going to get away. Because he's driving a little bandit, and that's pretty fast. So the first one is counterfeit designer jeans, which we saw when the episode where Marge became a police officer. Only this time it's Snake instead of Herman. You then ran over an elderly person, but he wasn't licensed for it. And now our last one, which is what we're waiting for, and I don't know when that sort of thing happens. And that one was littering, but Chief Wiggum won't tell us that until we get back to the casino. Now the thing about this particular mission is that because we're technically doing this with the police, Chief Wiggum is with us, you can do as much destruction as you like and it won't fill up the meter at all. You cannot get a hit and run in this mission. You know, I love that because it means that I can do what I want and not get penalised for it. Unfortunately, I don't get coins for it. So I guess that's... I never noticed that, actually, that you don't get coins for anything you do. But I guess that's, like, the price you have to pay for being able to be as destructive as you want. So I like it in the fact that it ignores hit and run. I also hate it for that fact because I wish you could do that in every mission. Because it becomes a real nuisance later on.
And strike 3, littering. Alright, we got all we need on this lowlife. Now, about your brother. I've seen lots of mysterious government types over at the docks. Maybe they send him on a nice cruise. They got some great package deals these days. 5 buffets per boat inclusive.
Thanks, Chief. You are a good cop after all.
You're just saying that.
Yes, I am. I am the Lizard Queen!
What does Lizard Queen mean? Is it a reference to an episode? I have no idea. And yeah, this thing is still pretty destroyed. Actually, if I off-screen it, and it's gone. Magically disappears. Chief Wiggum's still here, but it magically disappears. Alright, we just saw a van that had... I can't be bothered to go back to the top to see if it's still there. We just passed a van that had pictures of Captain McAllister, or the sea captain, and apparently a business he does, where he's selling fish. I'm not sure what it is, and that's actually where we're going. We are heading to Captain McAllister's Chum and Stuff. Chum apostrophe N apostrophe stuff. I don't recall, how many times has he actually ever been named? Because they almost always refer to him as the sea captain. There was one episode where Homer went to... I forget what it's called. I think it's the Flying Dutchman. Homer ate so much, then they kicked him out or something, and then I think Homer sued. I forget what it was. And Lionel Hutz did actually refer to him as Captain McAllister. I'm going to go back a little bit a second. But I recall that's the only time he's ever actually been known by his name. Every other time he's always just referred to as the sea captain. Now, they probably are in this game somewhere, but I don't know where they are. The Rusty Barnacle and the Flying Dutchman. I don't remember if Captain McAllister actually runs the Rusty Barnacle. I know he runs the Flying Dutchman. Can I drive into this? Yes, you can. You can drive into Pelicans. He's still alive. You can probably do this in level 6 as well. I am not promoting animal cruelty.
Keep an eye out for Smokey.
I hope nobody from PETA sees this. According to PETA, you can't even eat animals.
I wonder if I'll
And we're an omnivorous species. No, actually, no. I want to change vehicle first, because this thing is not going to be fast enough for this mission. You need one that's pretty fast, and there's really only one car that can do that. This one.
I need a ride here. Stat.
I think this is like the only level in the game where none of the cars you unlock are as fast as the default car.
Time for more gameplay.
So, I need a spanner, and unfortunately they take a bit of time to come back. Let's grab this one. It'll probably be there by the time I get back. Oh, I damaged my car already. Unfortunately, this is not a very strong car. Oh look, it came back. Funny that. And what I recommend doing is you actually getting your car up to the top here, just so you can get a little bit of a head start. And you can kick Captain McAllister's stand. It's made entirely of cardboard. So, he's got a mission for us.
Chief Wiggum said there was some strange stuff going on around here. Have you noticed anything weird? You know, black sedans, guys with dark glasses.
Yar, maybe I've seen something and maybe I haven't. Render me a favor and it might jar me memory. Haha.
What favor?
I've got a shipment here of live mackerel. Can ye navigate the fishies to the finest restaurants in the squid port?
Those poor fish. I mean, sure, I'll help.
I doubt he saw anything, because according to the sea captain, 2 glass eyes. They're always changing what the sea captain can do. I just want a friend. I do like the sea captain. He only plays very minor roles, but I really do like the sea captain. Alright, fishy deals. Save the sea captain's fish. Collect all the fish before time runs out. So he thinks we're helping him deliver his fish, but in actuality what Lisa's doing is she's saving the fish. How she's doing that is beyond me, because a lot of them there's not even any water around.
One fish delivered to a happy...
Like with these, I can assume she's throwing them back in the water. I don't know exactly how she's doing that because I can't see it. But yeah, she's saving the fish. Some of them, I'm not even sure how these things are alive, because they're not even in the water. And they're all actually blinkies, but they're coloured green for some reason. And here's the issue when you're driving around the squid port. It's technically not a road, so everybody is on foot. Everybody is just all over the road, so it's very easy to run over people. Including Jimbo. This is actually one of the missions where Lisa will actually have unique quotes exclusive to this mission. Like one of the ones she just said was, "Next time, watch out for nets, dummy." And then she'll shout like that, "Freedom!" Or another fish delivered to a happy home. And stuff like that. And this was actually the very first mission that I ever skipped in the game. Because if you fail a mission, I believe it's 5 times, you are given the option to skip it. Now, back when I was really young, I didn't know what skip meant. So, back then I always just thought skipping was pretty much jogging and jumping at the same time, or doing this thing where you use a rope that you hold in both your hands. And that's because when I saw skip, I thought, okay, what does that do? So I tapped it, I selected it, but it always said drive to Captain McAllister's place. And I thought, okay, it just means the exact same thing as whether you select no for retrying the mission. But of course what I didn't think of was that how exactly is he going to know if you've done the mission or not if you don't go back and tell him? So I think what I did is I just drove around for a little bit, decided, okay, let's try the mission one more time. This is after I hit skip. Went back and I was like, oh, his dialogue's different. Oh, so skip must mean move on to the next mission and don't bother finishing this one. Well, that's a pretty cool feature that I went and used as much as I possibly could. Because I had such a hard time doing all these later missions for the first time. I mean, I don't use it now. Usually I don't need to, because usually I complete the mission before the skip function is actually there, but yeah, even if I do get it to turn up, I don't ever select it. I don't think it's possible to get the skip thing to appear in the last mission though. If it is, that's very weird. So how does that work? Because the last mission always then leads in, most of the last missions then leads into a cutscene in the exact location you had to go to. You know, I'm not sure how that would work with this. It's like, oh, we suddenly found Bart. Okay, where did he come from? Spoiler warning, we're finding Bart. That's what this next mission is. He knows exactly where, well, he doesn't know exactly where Bart is, but yeah. And now we learned something very strange about Captain McAllister that completely defies everything else that he does in the series.
Thanks for delivering me catch of the day. Now, I can tell ye, I saw your brother.
Really? That's great.
Aye, he was in a long black limo, and ahoy! There's he drove!
Okay, well, he'll tell us later. Apparently he hates the sea. Don't know how that works, because we almost always see him at sea. I mean, he, according to in one episode, he lives in the sea. He's like, "Arr, why buy a house when you can buy a houseboat?" In the Simpsons movie, he literally does have a houseboat. But the old pirate and the sea. Destroy the black limo to find Bart. Don't let time run out. Well, that's not entirely what we're doing in this mission, but just before we do that, let's get a slightly stronger vehicle. The only one we haven't shown off yet. So, get this from Gil, the donut truck.
I seem to be stranded here. Can you help
This
me?
probably appeared in an episode, but I'm not sure which one. And this actually is, we'll be seeing this vehicle in the next level, actually. Hey, I remember this thing from level 2. I bought it from Gil. But you can do this mission in the limo. There's nothing stopping you. And the weird thing is, it's Eddie, the police officer, driving the limo. Is that intentional? Did they just get lazy and couldn't be bothered to put in another character mod? There's like loads of random people here. Why not just have one of them driving it? But no, they decided, let's have Eddie driving the limo. Which means, I'm suspicious, but it doesn't mean anything in the long run. It just happens to be Eddie driving the limo. And I've never understood why. It isn't Snake, it isn't Fat Tony, or Legs, or Louie, or anybody like that. It's Eddie. And, you know, usually Eddie and Lou are the good policemen. They're the ones that actually try and do something. It's just that Chief Wiggum normally stops them from doing so. But I never understood why Eddie is the one driving this thing. And I'm really taking way too long with this. Come on. Go, donut truck. Maybe this thing is as tough as I want it to be. Come on. Die. I'm not making this. Come on, Eddie. Just leave. I do like this music though. This plays in quite a lot of missions. We first heard it when we had to destroy Smithers' car. But I really do like this track. Right, it's smoking, but we've only got 14 seconds. Yeah, I'm not making this. The limo is quite a toughie. It's not the toughest, I'll come later, but it's quite a tough one. We're losing our back doors.
Now I'll probably have to go to bed.
We can't drive a fast vehicle, otherwise it'd take forever to be destroyed. The faster the vehicle, the weaker it is. Really, those hints are absolutely useless. Since the majority of the time I lost the races, it's kept telling me complete street races to get a new car. Well, that helps when I'm doing street races.
I need speed, more speed.
Or is it just his way of saying, do the street races in the previous levels, even if you've already done them? The missions aren't actually... The hints aren't mission specific. So you can do a mission that's all about destroying something and it'll say, drive a fast car, look through crusty glasses for a shortcut. What good is a shortcut going to be here? I'm trying to keep up with the vehicle so that I can destroy it. And it's not very often these guys are going to be taking shortcuts. They might do, but it's very rare. I might need to get a stronger vehicle with this, right? I might need to get my fire truck. If that thing can keep up with this, but it should make short work of the limo early on. But as we saw, when we look at the stats for the limo, either before you get it from Gil or when you go to a phone booth, this thing is pretty tough. So it can take quite a beating. But they get much tougher later on in the game. So tough, in fact, they had to get rid of the time limit. And it's like the only mission after Petty Theft Homer in level 1 where they got rid of the time limit. Because they really try and get you through these missions as fast as you can. It's like they really want you to get this game over with. Because in level 7, you're even timed just to get into your car. And it's only in level 7 that they do that. I mean, yeah, we're trying to save Springfield, but still. You couldn't... Did you really need to add in a time limit for that? I'm going to fail this mission again. Because I can't quite get enough power. Explore the level before attempting this mission. Been there, done that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to get a new vehicle. So let's get something a little bit stronger. And we do that by now cancelling the mission so that we don't have to drive all the way back again. Go over there. It is possible for the limo to still be there. I'm not entirely sure on that, but let's get ourselves something a little bit stronger that isn't the limo. Let's try the fire truck first. So this thing's already taken a bit of a beating. Thankfully, this is here. So now it's not taking a beating. Right, now let's try this. Right, unfortunately, you do have to talk to Captain McAllister again, but we can instantly skip it and restart the mission. I don't even, we're not even just, this limo, I mean, is absolutely nothing when it comes to finding Bart. Because we immediately were, it said that Bart is in this limo that's currently not moving anywhere. And then the sea captain will say that Bart got out. It's like, that's helpful. Would have been useful if you actually gave us that bit of information beforehand. Instead of wasting our time. Yeah, you deserve that. Go back to... Go now. Some fish-infested planet out there needs you. Yeah, we're getting through them now. Unfortunately, this thing has half a star of acceleration. But most of the vehicles, I think, do have a form of rubber band AI. So they don't get too far ahead. That doesn't happen all the time, especially in the street races. Because you saw, I was struggling with that, with Ralph's street race in this level. They get a lot harder. By the time you get to level, well, around level 5 is when they really start ramping up the difficulty. More so in level 6. When you have to suddenly start racing against one of the fastest cars in the game. I mean, you yourself can be in a considerably faster car, but even if you're in the fastest car in level 6, see how much easier that was? Then you're still going to be racing against something that's even faster. But I swear, when they're doing the races, the next level car always seems to go faster than it does when you're actually controlling it. Maybe it's just because you're now in control of it, but you gotta be quick through this thing that will destroy your car. Usually not in one go, but it'll get very close to doing so. But those street races will get much harder. Let's destroy birds one last time, although we're not actually going to make that. Oh, we made it! I was not expecting to do that, and I'm pretty sure the fire truck does not fit through this gap. I didn't think it did. Come on, Lisa. Frankly, we don't really need a vehicle anymore. It'll just get through this a little bit faster.
Oh, God! I destroyed the limo and killed Bart!
No murderer ye be. He wasn't in the limo. He got out and he boarded that ship.
Can you take me there?
Nah, I hate the sea.
One thing that's made clear is firstly, you don't hate the sea. Secondly, why didn't you tell us that beforehand? And also, why is Lisa only now realising that she destroyed the limo? Like, she doesn't say that the instant she destroys it. Why is she destroying the limo in the first place? Can we not just make the thing crash? So yeah, we get to the ship. And then we discover we do need a vehicle. Alright, fine. We need a vehicle to make that one jump. Unfortunately, my fire truck is all the way over there. So let's just do it this way. Let's give the donut truck some glory. Let's have the donut truck be the vehicle that helps us find Bart.
I hope kids at home don't imitate my hitchhiking.
So it simply says, find Bart and talk to him. Now we know he's on that ship. Although at first the arrows are a bit misleading. They do tell you to go in completely the wrong direction. What am I stuck on? That was weird. But yeah, we get to the ship. Hope you make it, which I did not. So Bart is on the ship. So those arrows are telling me to go in completely the wrong direction. I don't know if it's because they want me to take that ramp that gets me to the top of it. Because that's where the arrows stop. They just those few arrows there. But this way's faster. And then really what you got to do now is use your radar. But I don't know why Bart isn't here beforehand. I guess it's because he was in the limo. And here's Bart. Rather bizarrely, it's the only time where a character we have to talk to doesn't have like the blue lighting underneath their feet. But anyway, we found Bart!
Bart! I found you!
Sedans, sedans,
Bart! Bart! Snap out of it! Oh, I gotta wake him up. Bart, how old are you? What's your favorite catchphrase?
Kiss my grits.
It's no use. His brain is even more broken than usual. All I can do is take you home and get you a diaper.
No matter where I go, every game has to have "it's no use." But that's it. That is level 3. We have done absolutely everything. We have found Bart. So this is most likely going to be the last level I'm going to 100%. I'm still going to go after all the bonus missions, the races, collector cards, cameras, gags. It'll just be the clothing and the vehicles that I won't be getting. I'll get them if they're mandatory. Because the next level is actually going to have us we're going to need 2 costumes. But as a result of that, we don't need to collect the vehicle that the regular character, that a recurring character is selling. It's the only level to do that in the entire game. So, we now need to fix Bart. Let's do that. We need to wait for a day. I don't know if it's sunset or sunrise. It's either a day or a few hours. Whenever, but we need to fix Bart. So, there is only one person who can help us out with that. And she's got very tall hair. So, I will see you guys then.